All right, welcome everyone to this Thursday night's edition of Southern Woods and Waters, and happy Halloween. Hey, I wore this mask just for everybody to see tonight. It took me hours to put this thing on, but it looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Pretty.
Scariest one I've seen tonight.
Scariest one Mike Flowers has seen tonight. I tell you what, I was going to say something nice, but I think we're just going to kill the show now. I have the better two-thirds, I think, or at least two-thirds of the Flowers congregation here tonight. I have Mike and Flowers on the end over here, and Jim Flowers right here in the middle. We stuck him in the middle. Mark is probably swinging a baby, rocking that baby to sleep. So, but just wanted to say welcome everyone to this edition of Southern Woods and Waters. Tonight's show, hey, we know a lot of people are making mistakes out there. These guys can attest to it. We're going to try and alleviate some of that tonight. We've got lots of – let's talk – I mean, Juvenile Weekend was last weekend. Y'all had a great Juvenile Weekend.
Awesome weekend.
What did we do there?
105 deer.
105 deer.
Yep.
Kids with big old smiles on their face. They got the same smile they had last weekend they got tonight or tomorrow night if they're doing Halloween tomorrow night. It's the same smile. But 105 were checked in, and we do have a winner of our Southern Woods and Waters kind of youngster big buck contest, and we have it winner. We're going to announce that winner next week, and so be looking for a prize package for that winner. We're going to be announcing that winner next week, but we do have a winner. Man, y'all had a lot of big bucks coming in.
Some nice ones, really nice deer.
And you were telling the kids, take up fishing now because you're not ever going to get anything better than that.
Yeah, there's one kid that got the biggest deer of the weekend. He needs to just start fishing.
Yeah, he's ruined.
He's done.
He's done.
Yeah,
He'll never outdo that one.
He'll hunt the rest of his life and not get one like that.
Tell us about it, though, guys. That was pretty neat. Y'all had trucks lined out the out the trail there of people bringing in deer from these youngsters. I bet you heard some good stories.
Oh yeah. These kids they're so excited, and it feels so good to see that these kids are getting out in the woods and getting off of the computer games, and they're so excited about doing it.
Yeah, they jump out of the truck ready to tell you the story, and then they got to tell the story to everybody behind them.
That's right. That's right. That's what it's fun.
It is so much fun.
Saw a lot of pictures of little girls there too. Now,
yeah,
that's
a lot of young ladies hunting.
A lot of young ladies hunting.
Yep.
I just met one in Manchester today. Matter of fact, she's sending me a picture of a huge buck she killed.
Really?
And it's just an awesome picture. Awesome story. Her dad finally got an opportunity to take her hunting, and she bagged this big one, much like the boy did. Now his dad took him out for the very first time he's ever been in the woods.
Yep, first time.
And he comes in with this swamp donkey of a deer.
Yeah, Dad told him just to shoot the first thing he walks out, and that was it.
That was the first thing he walked out. Well, I tell you what, we're going to talk about that, but ladies and gentlemen, we want to also talk about the fact that how we can get your game animal once it's harvested. I mean, that's kind of the beginning, because now you've got to get that animal, take care of that animal. You got to find that animal,
take care of that. That's when the work starts.
That's when the work starts. So we want to cover part of that tonight, because Mike has been on me. He says, we really need to help these young hunters do a little bit better job. And I agree. Not only young hunters, but inexperienced hunters, first timers, people that are just now getting into it.
Right.
And they could be 75 years old and just getting into it. That's great. But we're willing to help them a little bit tonight, and that's what tonight's show's about. And we might as well start off with Flowers Deer Processing. Hey, let me tell you something. Once you've bagged that animal and you get it into the truck, you've got your tag on it already, and it's in the truck, you're driving down the road wondering, what the fuck am I going to do with this big creature? Eaton's Creek Road's where I tell them to go. I mean, that's Flowers Deer Processing, and y'all are already, what,
103 ahead of last year.
103 deer ahead of last year, and you had a record year last year.
Yeah.
So, are we getting more hunters, or are we just getting better?
See a lot of new names.
Yeah, a lot of new
names.
hunters. The weather's been good.
Weather's been great. That's right.
Yeah, a lot of your regular hunters are bringing more and more in. They're hunting, just trying to get deer for their family and fill their freezers. And
venison is getting to be a staple food for the family. It's starting to turn around a little bit.
People are starting to realize that it's not the wild, gamey meat that only Grizzly Adams likes to eat.
Oh,
yeah.
That's right. And plus, when they get there, you've got this huge board, Mike, that tells all the different recipes that you will do for them.
Exactly, yeah.
According to what they want.
Yeah,
and you advise them on what to do. Somebody comes to you. All right, Mike, if you got a new person, just got into hunting, they're harvested their first deer. Mm-hmm. They bring it to you. They've heard about you through Southern Woods and Waters. They bring it out there. They know you by face now, know you by name. Mike, what do you suggest I do with my first deer?
Well, in a case like that, the first thing I'll do is kind of ask them a few questions, like, do y'all eat a lot of steaks? Do you crock pot roast? What about sausage? Do you like sausages? And kind of get a feel as to what they like to eat.
Right.
And then we'll just kind of go from there. That, we really like roast. Well, there's 11 good roast in that deer.
You bet.
If you don't like steaks, I can hook you up on some roast.
Are you considering the neck roast a good roast?
Absolutely.
I'll tell you what. Joy taught me that one.
The best piece of meat on deer.
I'm telling you, the best there is. But you're right. The 11 roast, and then how many steaks can a person get out? I'm saying an average deer.
Oh, man.
Say 75, 80 pounds being an average field dress
30,
weight.
40 steaks, maybe?
I'd say about 40 steaks.
About 40 steaks.
Yeah. Well, out of the hams. That doesn't count the back strips you get.
The tens of thousands of deer we've cut up, I don't believe I've ever counted off the steaks.
You could get up to...
Hey, we could do a show.
You could probably get 60 steaks out of a deer if you count the back strips, too.
Well, now, y'all normally... Am I not right?
Yeah.
Now, you normally keep the back strap whole, right?
No, they normally butterfly, unless they request to be whole.
Because I like mine whole, and I slice mine a little different.
Yeah, a lot of people.
But I like mine like that. So I'm sorry. I thought you did them all whole like that. But okay, so you butterfly them.
Yeah. Everything.
Burger.
Yeah.
You have burger. You try to find out if people like chilies and spaghettis and stuff like that.
We can alter the amount of fat. Normal is 10% beef fat. We can up that, lower it, eliminate it. If they eat a lot of chili and spaghetti.
No fat.
Yeah, no fat. Yeah.
Joy is no fat.
Bacon burger.
Yeah, bacon burger.
Smoked bacon in it is outstanding. It makes a great hamburger.
You also have a great recipe in sage sausage.
That's
the breakfast sausage.
Our number one item.
Stars.
It's real versatile. It's good in chili, spaghetti. It cook anything with it, now, as well as a breakfast sausage.
Well, I'll tell you what, we got to take a break and visit some of our fine sponsors. When we go back, once you make the shot, we're going to take it from there. So hurry back to more of Southern Woods and Waters. This segment is being brought to you by Stan Sloan Zora Bait Company, where setting the hook is an everyday thing. All right, this week's Picture of the Week being brought to you by these fine folks sitting right next to me. Flowers Deer Processing, 4550 Eaton's Creek Road out there in West Nashville. You can just take Briley Parkway and get off the Ashland City Parkway. That's the easiest way to get there. Then just take a left on the Eaton's Creek Road, and you're there. Go up under the bridge, go up under Briley.
1.3 miles.
First place on the right. That's y'all.
That's it.
All right, our first picture here. This is our first Matthews bow kill. Look at this find. That is a nice deer. And with that one right there, that's the second one of it right there. It's the same deer. And then we have, here we go. This is from David Terrell. David said, Hugh, I watch your show each and every week. Enjoy every show. Carried my son David Terrell on his very first deer hunt. He is 8 years old. He has been hunting with me when I killed a few deer, but this was his first youth hunt and kill. got him in Montgomery County, dropped him at 50 yards with a 30-30, the same 30-30 that I killed my first buck with. And he says, just carrying on the family tradition. Awesome. Isn't that great? He shot his first deer with that 30-30, and his son does too.
That's great.
All right. Hey, I got to point this boy out. This is Dalton Vaughn. He said, hi, Hugh. My name is Dalton Vaughn, and I would like to thank you for providing a great show each and every week. I caught these dragging a big worm the second weekend in August on Center Hill Lake. The biggest was 5 pounds, 2 ounces, and the smallest was right around 3. He said, Chris Snow, I'm gunning for you, brother. Hey, you can send your pictures to us here at Southern Woods and Waters, 474 James Robertson Parkway, Nashville, Tennessee, 37219, or simply email them to me at hugh@southernwoodsandwaters.com. We'll get them on here really, really fast. And Chris, I'm telling you, this Dalton kid, you better be watching out for him. He knows your number out there, and he's going to, hey, I guess. Now, if everybody missed the NT Tractor Show, the tractor pull that y'all had out there, little obstacle courses and all that, man, you were sitting out there, Jim, making sorghum. You and another boy were doing all the squeezing and running it through, and it just squeezed it on down to a vat. You cooked it all day long. But little Miss Anna over there, she made some sorghum cookies. And I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, when we go to another break, we'll probably come back with an empty basket because we're going to see what these things taste like.
Good stuff.
Girls, get the coffee and the milk going. Hey, we promised you we wanted to take you from after the shot. Okay, once you're a youngster or you have made that shot, the work now begins, because I promise you, it is work. It starts from the very second after you pull that trigger, because now the proper thing is to wait. At least 30 to 40 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes. Let's give it a little time, everything. And that's what you highly tell everybody to do.
Let it lay down and
let it expire.
Die,
That's right. Let it expire. 30, 45 minutes, give it that time. If you think you've made a back hit, one in the, say, the liver section, I always suggest wait till, if you got it in the afternoon, wait till the next morning. 7 hours is a good time for a liver shot. So you have to be the judge of character there. And I'll tell you what, and as bad as this sounds, it is the truth though. When you finally wait your 45 minutes and you come down from your stand, go to the place where the deer was standing when you shot it. That will tell you a lot about what kind of hit you made. The blood, the way the blood looks, whether it's frothy, and I mean pink, it's got bubbles in it, that's a frothy blood. That means that it's a good shot. It's usually double lung shot. Yeah. Now, if you get a real dark red, you're probably got a liver. And you may have a part of a lung, but it's going to be real dark red. That's a liver shot. Now, if you have just the bright red, that's usually a muscular shot or a heart shot. That's the ones that you got to really pay close attention to. And do y'all agree with me so far?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And then what do you do then, Jim? I mean, once you determine what it is or what kind of shot you've made, it's time to figure out how long to wait.
Yeah, you got to figure out how long you need to wait. See if you got any blood in the area that you can track. Then once you find the deer, now it's so easy to go ahead and tag them. They always tell you to tag them as soon as you find them.
As soon as you find a deer, tag.
You can do it on your cell phones now. They've made it super easy to do that.
Well, now we're still tagging our deer. You have 24 hours to report it, but you still have to tag the deer. Tennessee law is that it's not in your possession till the tag is on it. It's not considered your possession.
Has that not changed? The tags are different.
The tags are different. The temporary tags are different.
Do you still have to put that temporary on it?
Yes.
You do.
If you got the tearaway, still the tearaway, you do.
Okay.
You have to put it on. It has to be attached. Okay. Now, Tennessee law also says if you're in Unit L, you can get 3 deer. Well, you only have 1 tag. So, but we try to just get them together. If a person got 3, let them go ahead and call them, each one of them in right then and there. And then
you've got position. 3 lines on that temporary tag to write those individual numbers down.
Yeah. That's exactly right. So that's what we do. And then, but the main thing is the field dressing.
Yeah, you gotta get that thing field dressed just as soon as you find it.
Now, Jim, you and Mike see hundreds of deer come in each year. And I know for a fact, Mike, you've had to turn some of them away and say, it's past the point of being able to.
Yeah.
And that's sad.
And most of the time it's because it was not field dressed quickly enough. Yeah.
If the air temperature like this weekend, Mike, high of about 60, 62, lows in the 40s, around 44, 45.
Mm-hmm.
The guy comes up, it's 50 degrees outside, he shoots one, it's 52 by the time he gets to it. What should he do?
He needs to get it field dressed. If you can't get it to his processor very, very quickly, he needs to wash it out with a hose pipe. Mm-hmm. Not pond water, not creek water, not river water. Get it to a hose pipe.
Explain why, though, Mike. Why aren't you being able to use bacteria?
Bacteria.
That's right.
It's very dangerous to wash them out in a creek. Even though it's a nice, clean spring, it's really nice looking water. It's still got the bacteria in it.
So get it somewhere where you can wash it out properly.
And then if you still can't get it to your processor, stuff the chest cavity with ice, and then put a bag between the back legs and close the back legs on that ice.
Right.
Most hunters don't do that. They're interested in stuff in that chest.
Well, the majority of the meat's between the
That's ribs. That's ribs up there. And maybe two back strips.
Yeah.
The main part of it is back here in the back part.
The bulk of
the meat.
And, but definitely between the back legs, and if you've got a tarp or an old blanket or something to cover it up with, certainly keep it out of the sun. Keep it where flies can't get on it.
Now I want to add one thing about the flies. I use a simple kitchen item, and it works every time, and that's black pepper.
Black pepper.
I just take black pepper and sprinkle it all over the entry and exit wounds, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, and then where I field dressed it, I sprinkle pepper in there, and flies just tend to stay away from it. And they may land somewhere else, but they're not going to be around that pepper.
Yeah.
Something that a lot of people do that I'm sure works, but you don't need to do it, is people will take cedar limbs or leaves or dirt and cover the insides there, thinking that'll keep the bugs off of it. As much as that may, it is so hard to clean off.
Yeah.
You just can't get it off.
You're packing dirt into your meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing that people don't realize is if you don't get that thing clean, I mean, blood, guts,
everything,
dirt, anything, whatever's touching that meat, it's marinating, basically.
You're exactly right. It is.
It's just like marinating your meat.
Absolutely.
It's going like if you get a deer that has a wild taste or something, more than not, it's because you've either gut shot it and left the guts in it too long, or
I'm agreeing with Jim, because I'm going to tell you, I have found that also that people that don't know how to field dress one, that's the ones that the real gamey, musty kind of taste comes from.
Yeah.
As opposed to if you got somebody that knows to properly field dress, get them cleaned out, iced down, get them as cool as possible, as quickly as possible, that meat is the best you've ever had in your life.
Yeah, you wouldn't take sandwich meat and let it ride around the back of your truck in 90-degree weather all day.
No.
You don't need to do your deer the same way either.
And please don't strap it across the hood of your truck. I mean, no. It's cooked by the time you get to Eaton's Creek Road. I mean, you might as well finish it on out. Grab
the first thing a hunter needs to do, though, is to go into the woods assuming he's going to kill something.
Yeah.
That's good.
If you're hunting in the afternoon, take a good flashlight with good batteries. Always a sharp knife. Be prepared to field dress. I don't know how many times I've had hunters bring a nasty old deer in. All I had was a cigarette lighter and a pocket knife that hadn't been sharpened in 12 years.
Yeah.
And that's all I had. Well,
You're not going to get much. You're not going to get much out. Because you guys won't serve, you won't even process anything that even looks iffy.
If I wouldn't eat it, I'm not going to process it.
You're not going to process
We ask ourselves that question 100 times a day.
Would I eat that?
Would I eat that?
And if it's no, what goes in the bone barrel? Because I'm not going to make you pay the processing fee for a deer that you can't eat.
That's right.
And then you're going to be dissatisfied with the product I've given you, even though you brought it in stinky and smelly.
Right, right.
We've called people and told them, hey, we wouldn't eat this deer.
Yeah.
This is our opinion. And you can either come get it, but we're going to throw it away because it's not fit to eat.
And that's great to know that we have a processor right here in our midst that's honest and truthful about it. And, if you wouldn't serve it to Deborah, then why would I serve it to some other body, some other family?
Right. Yeah, if you invite us over for dinner, we're not going to be scared to come.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Hey, we got to go now and do our product of the week, so let's go to it.
Southern Woods and Waters product of the week, brought to you by FowlQuest.
Hey, one of the great products that I tell everybody, if you're serious about your deer hunting, here's one thing you've got to carry with you. I love what Mike said just a minute ago. Go into the woods expecting to kill your game animal and be ready to take care of it. I carry every day. I go in the woods. If I carry these game cleaning gloves, they're a big glove that comes all the way up to your shoulder, and then it also has like a surgical glove that you wear over that, so you can really get into the tight places. So you're double covering your hands, your arms, and your clothing is all protected from the other stuff. But ladies and gentlemen, you got to have this. You got to start carrying because that blood, dry blood and all that can build bacteria. And people don't realize that. You can get a spot on you, on your boot. It will build bacteria, and you don't want that. Bacteria is a bad thing. So as far as this, so I get like 6 or 7 of these because I'd be expecting a good year for myself. But I use them constantly, and I carry them in my day pack all the time. You should too. Hey, we got to take a break. When we come back, hey, we're going to open up our phone lines here at 737-7767. So get ready for all your calls. We'll be right back with more of Southern Woods and Waters.